Game 1 goes to the Leafs. And yeah, as you guys can probably tell right away, this thing's gone. Oh my God, I look so different. Anyways, the Leafs. Well, coming into the series, we've heard, the Leafs are going to get swept. There's no way. They're a terrible team. The Bruins are going to crush them. The Bruins have had a great second half of the year. The Leafs have played terrible lately. The Leafs are going to get swept. Anderson's been bad. These guys have been bad. The Pasternak, Marchand, Bergeron line have been incredible. The Leafs are just going to get destroyed. In Game 1, the Leafs dominate. And anybody who disagrees with me clearly didn't watch the hockey game tonight. The Leafs, from the get-go, were the better team. Now, what did we talk about in the round 1 preview video? We talked about icings and stretch passes, okay? And if they work, great. And if you know they can work, great. If not, they turn into icings, which could be a problem. We've talked about, breaking the puck out of your own end. We talked about the Marchand, Pasternak, Bergeron line containing those guys. And keeping out of the box, because that team is third in the NHL in the regular season on the power play. Just under 10 minutes in, Nylander takes a high-sticking penalty, and I'm thinking to myself, we're not even 10 minutes into this game, and we're going on the penalty kill. Are you kidding me? And the Leafs get puck watching. All 4 guys are watching Brad Marchand. Meanwhile, Bergeron's behind them. Marchand finds him tape to tape. Freddie Anderson's out of the play, and it's a wide open net. It's 1-0 Bruins. And we're like, this is what we've talked about, keeping the Bruins off the damn power play. But under 5 minutes to play in the first period, Jake Muzzin fires the puck on net. It gets deflected by Mitch Marner. It rings off the post. It comes out. Rask has no idea where it is. The only guy who does, Mitch Marner, pounces on the rebound, rings it off the post again, but it hits somebody or something in front, and it goes into the net. The Leafs have tied the game at ones. Muzzin, Tavares grab the assists on the goal, and the Leafs have tied the game, a 5-on-5 goal, may I add. And the Leafs end the first period. It's tied 1-1. The shots were 10-8 in favor of the Leafs. I mean, just an amazing road period for the Leafs. Great job there. But it's far from over. Second period. Early on, Leafs take another penalty, another high-sticking penalty, and we're like, oh my God, I don't like the looks of this. The Bruins kind of have some weird stuff going on at the blue line. Mitch Marner picks it up, kind of chips it over the Boston Bruins stick, and away goes Mitch Marner. Jake DeBrusk, I think it is chasing him from behind. Now, I don't know how much Jake DeBrusk actually got a piece of Mitch Marner or not. Mitch Marner goes down on the breakaway, doesn't get the shot away, and he's got a penalty shot. And he comes down on Rask, and my goodness, look, Tuukka, if I could hang something in the back of the net, it would be your jock strap. He got absolutely undressed by Mitchell Marner, who gives the Leafs the lead, the 2-1 lead, the penalty shot goal, short-handed, may I add. And the Leafs got a 2-1 lead, their first lead of the hockey game. All right, we're feeling good. You can't get too comfortable. We're not even halfway through the game yet. With under 2 minutes to play in the second period, Patrick Marleau, and I think it was, I want to say it was like Ron Hainsey or Jake Muzzin, down behind the net, just grinding, fighting. I think it was Ron Hainsey. And it ends up on, Patrick Marleau digs the loose puck away. And he gets up to Nazem Kadri. And if you guys watch the replay, okay, there's about 2 Bruins coming from this way, and about 2 Bruins coming from this way. Nylander is skating up the middle right here. And Kadri from this side, right through all 4 defenders, tape to tape to William Nylander, and then he rips it 5-hole on Tuukka Rask. I mean, he was holes like Swiss cheese on that one, and the Leafs got a 3-1 lead. Nylander had a bad regular season. He's wasted all his money. Where are those people now? He just got a playoff goal for you. I mean, who cares now? Who cares? 26 points in 50-something games? That's not a very good thing, especially he's making so much money. He just scored a playoff goal. Does it matter anymore? Absolutely not. So, it doesn't matter. Nylander's got his first of the playoffs, and the Leafs got a 3-1 lead. Now, for me, after that 3-1 goal, I'm looking at the last minute 45 of the second period and thinking to myself, all right, This team has to find a way to get out of the second period with the 3-1 lead. You date back to Game 7 of last year. Where did the momentum swing? The Leafs had a 2-goal lead. The momentum swung when they scored a late second period goal. Then the wheels fell off in the third. The Leafs are able to hang on and just grind out the final minute 45, and they go into the second intermission with a 3-1 lead. Now, you've got the third period, you're up by 2, things look good, but it's not over. The shots on goal were 21-14 Boston in the second period, but in the end, Freddie Anderson didn't allow a goal in the second period. All those Freddie haters saying how he's terrible, he's going to suck in the playoffs. The playoffs are a different beast. I've been saying this Leaf fans with heads on their swivel, on their brains, or brains in their heads, I guess that's the way I should say it, would know that the regular season is the regular damn season. It don't matter. Once the playoff switch clicks, that's when people dig in and play well. And the Leafs played an unbelievable third period. They allow only 9 shots. And the Leafs, being up 2 goals, had 9 shots of their own. They allowed no opportunities. And even when the Bruins, had possession time and pulled their goalie, there was really no offensive zone time. So now, and obviously with 19 seconds left, a minute 19 to go, John Tavares loses the puck, loses the face-off to Patrice Bergeron, but I think he might have done it on purpose to get the puck farther down. Plus, he goes right after the puck, gets a stick on it, while he's on his belly, pulls it to himself, gets up, and just fires it into the empty net. You see Bergeron's angry, oh boo-hoo, and Tavares scores the empty netter, thank you very much. Leafs got the 4-1 lead, and that is it. The Leafs get the victory 4-1 in Game 1 of Round 1 of the NHL playoffs. So all those people expecting sweeps, I bet, you know what? Leaf fans who are actually, cheering for this team and not saying they're out in 4, all those people that said that the Leafs were going to be knocked out in 4 games, I bet you right now, and you talk to them, they'll say, well, I didn't actually believe it. I just said it because they've sucked lately. Yeah, that's the stuff you're going to hear. But you tune that out because you're a Leaf fan. You watched this game. You saw how the Leafs dominated the Bruins, and you saw how Bergeron, Pastrnak, and Marchand were absolutely nowhere to be found. Yes, they scored a power play goal. If you can't play 5-on-5, you're going to lose 3/4 of the games. And that's what happened today. We talked about it in the preview, guys. We talked about being able to contain that line, and they did tonight. They did nothing. There was nothing that I saw from the Bergeron, Pastrnak, Marchand line that posed any sort of threat, except for on the power play. And even on one of the power plays, we scored a shorty. Well, a penalty shot, but it was still a shorthanded goal. Look, the Leafs played fantastic. And you know why? This is my theory. Now, am I right? I don't know, but it's from what I was watching. You date back to the last 2 years of playoff hockey for the Leafs. What are things that we've talked about have not been things? Physical play, right? We have not seen that at all. And we're like, man, the Bruins are a heavy team. They get Charlie Coyle at the deadline, and we're like, man, this team is big. They're going to crush us. They didn't look any different from the Leafs tonight. I know the hits were probably lopsided. Ladies and gentlemen, the Leafs out-hit the Bruins 32-30. Can we please stop saying that they're the better team, the heavier team? Yeah, maybe if you put them on a scale, I guess they're heavier. But the Leafs outplayed them. Connor Brown laid out a Marcus Johansson early in the game. Kadri plastered a couple guys. And the key for Nazem Kadri is not only to be a physical presence, but to be a pain right in the rear end. Why is Marchand so good? Not only can he put up big points, but man, he yaps. And man, he's a pain in everyone's rear. Why is his nickname the Rat? Because he's a pain. Kadri was that tonight. Kadri hitting the body, chirping Jake DeBrusk from the bench. I mean, Don Cherry's saying how it's not good. Thank you, Don. I appreciate that. Because everything Marchand does, no one likes it. So Kadri, how about you do a little bit of it? And the reason what I'm trying to get at here is that the Leafs actually played a physical game. They played physical with the Bruins. And they out-hit them. So we come into the series saying, well, the Leafs have the more skill, they're faster, that's great, but the Bruins have the physicality. The Leafs looked heavy today. So what did that force the Bruins to do? They had to try some stretch passes. They had to try and be fast. They're not. Sorry, they're just not. The Leafs made them play their game, and that is why the Leafs won tonight. Not to mention, the man between the pipes, Frederik Andersen, was spectacular. I'm sorry, when you look at the stat line, unless saying a goal on 38 shots, attaboy Freddie. Brilliant game, and I wouldn't say he made any 10-bell saves, but you know what he did look? Calm, cool, collected, making the saves he needed to get. And the Leafs got the job done. And it's beautiful. Game 2, guys, is on Saturday night. All right, Game 2 at TD Garden against the Bruins. I will be down in the square for that game. Myself and a few others are going to be down there watching the game. If you guys are going to be down there, let me know in the comments on Twitter. And hey, if you see me down there, fire me up and say hi and all that stuff. We'll watch the game get jacked up and watch the Leafs look to take a 2-0 series lead. The last time this Leaf team, maybe not this Leaf team, but the Leafs organization won a Game 1 in any series, 2003. Now, ideally, they had that long stretch of not even make the playoffs. But 2003 was the last time the Leafs actually won a Game 1 of a playoff series. Could that be a sign of things to come? We're going to have to wait and see. And in the end, guys, it's just Game 1, right? There's still lots of hockey to play. But to watch, and you date back to the last 2 playoff series, I'm sorry, both were on the road in Boston, you lost both games. And you date back to last year, the Leafs got obliterated both times in Boston. And this year, you win Game 1. Massive difference. The Leafs played spectacular. They have to play that again, though, on Saturday in Boston. It's an 8 o'clock puck drop. Very odd there. And I'm going to be going down to the Raptors game, too, down to Maple Leaf Square. It is going to be a ruckus night, I guess, afternoon and evening down there. In front of Scotiabank Arena and Jurassic Park. It's going to be a lot of fun, though, guys. If you guys are going down, please let me know, because it's going to be a ton of fun, and I can't wait to get it going for you guys. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed this video, and you guys enjoyed Game 1 of the playoffs, because I was stressed out as all heck. So if you enjoyed it, I enjoyed it. All right, so smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you think of the game, the video, the Leafs, how they looked, and if you're like, well, the Bruins just played bad. Okay, whatever makes you happy. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on tonight's game and what this team needs to do moving forward to beat the Bruins in a 7-game series. It's still a long way from being over, but in the end, guys, home ice advantage for the Bruins is gone. All right? We have not done that yet against them in the 2 series we faced them prior. We did this year. All right? Game 1 is done. On to Game 2. All right? So, guys, comment down below all that great stuff. And Evan and I will talk to you guys podcast edition. It is going to be... It's going to be Saturday, actually, before we head down to the Square and Jurassic Park for those 2 games. It's going to be a hectic Saturday. I work Saturday morning, too, so it's going to be a long day, but it's going to be a lot of fun, all right? So we'll talk to you guys Saturday podcast edition. Links are in the description for the podcast channel and for the podcast. Easy now. Getting a little excited now. Links are in the description for the podcast channel and for the podcast itself on iTunes. Twitter is also down below. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. And I will talk to you guys Blue Jays edition very shortly, as actually they are beating the Red Sox right now. And it's 6-5 in the 8th inning. Is it 8th inning or 9th inning? I think it's the top of the 8th. Oh, top of the 9th, excuse me. So we'll be talking to you guys very shortly. See if they can hang on to that lead against the Red Sox. And as for the Toronto Raptors, they play Saturday against the Orlando Magic in Game 1, but I'll be talking to you guys, it'll probably be actually tomorrow in the Round 1 preview video, because I'm going to have no time on Saturday. So Friday is going to be the Round 1 preview video. Tomorrow's going to be Round 1 preview video for the Toronto Raptors. They are going to host the Orlando Magic in Round 1 of the playoffs. It's not going to be an easy series, and we'll discuss that tomorrow evening, all right? And as for the Toronto Maple Leafs, guys, Game 2 of the Best of 7 series against the Boston Bruins in Round 1 goes on Saturday night, 8 p.m. puck drop at TD Garden. The Leafs look to take both in Boston, which would do wonders, not only for the Leafs' confidence, but for the series. Excuse me. All right, so it's not going to be easy. They're going to come out flying. The Leafs got to come out the way they did today and contain the Bergeron, Pasternak, Marchand line. You do that like you did today, you're going to win almost every game of this series. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the game. Well, and we'll talk to you guys on Saturday night.